I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. Welcome back, everybody. First up, before we get started, thanks so much to all of you who commented on the sound of our last video. I know there are some issues there. Some of you thought it was great. Some of you thought it was terrible. If you're not aware, so we've moved into this studio space here. It's a wonderful location, downtown Rock Island, Illinois. We're calling it Mile Zero Studio. It's sort of our home base for all sorts of RV and national park related content. We've got a lot of work ahead of us building this space out, and it is quite the echo chamber. So I have to do a lot of like post-processing stuff, and sometimes I don't get it right. Last week, I could not get it right. There was just something about the way it was recorded that just didn't work out. So, that's the situation with the mics and the boom arms and the sound. So hopefully this week I got it a little bit more dialed in for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. But let's jump into the latest news. According to WSBT out of South Bend, Indiana, a round of layoffs have hit Winnebago subsidiary Newmar, who makes high-end Class A motorhomes. Officials at Newmar confirmed to WSBT that the company eliminated positions at its Napanee, Indiana campus, but declined to say how many jobs were impacted. Layoffs of more than 50 require a warn notice to be filed with the state of Indiana, but Newmar doesn't appear on the current warn list, so I think we can assume that the layoffs were fewer than 50. WSBT said Newmar cites decreased customer demand, dealer inventory levels, and other business considerations as reasons for the layoffs. The current downturn in RV sales has hit Class A motorhomes particularly hard. Camping World Holdings has rebranded Good Sam, keeping the name but changing the logo and colors, dropping both the red color that's been the club's primary signature since its founding back in 1966, and the halo over the G, moving away a bit from biblical iconography. The club got its name from the parable of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. The Good Sam Club has been a part of Camping World officially since 2010. The history's a little more complicated than that, but it's become less and less of a club over the years, and now it looks like they've pretty much dropped the word club altogether from their marketing. Good Sam dropped its support of club chapters back in 2021. The new branding also comes with the tagline "Good to Go" since 1966. Lots of changes happening at Good Sam over the last few years. First, they dropped the Motorhome and Trailer Life magazines in favor of combining them into one RV magazine. But then they dropped RV magazine in favor of this new Wild Sam magazine that they purchased. It's hardly RV focused at all. They stopped producing regional RV shows. Lots of RV shows around the country were organized by Good Sam events, but Camping World is now producing their own exclusive in-person and digital shows. It looks like Good Sam's attempting to reach a bit of a broader audience with this branding refresh, which I don't entirely understand, since everything that Good Sam really has its hands in is RV related. But they did confirm that they're trying to broaden out in an article in RV Business about the rebranding. Good Sam officials also told RV Business that a big facet of the rebranding is combining the Good Sam membership and credit card programs into a combined rewards program whereby members can earn credit card points for using their Good Sam card for purchases from the Good Sam family of brands and Camping World, as well as at campgrounds, and by just using the Visa anywhere Visa is accepted. Earlier this year, Camping World announced in a vague press release that they were reviewing potential strategic alternatives for the Good Sam business, which could include a potential sale or spinoff. In other camping membership news, Harvest Host has updated its app and website to add data on weather, terrain, and cell coverage, plus a directory of dump stations. They've revamped the map and review system and photo gallery for listings. Harvest Host is trying to make a jump here into trip planning. Lots of Harvest Host members plan their routes based off of Harvest Host locations, choosing to overnight along the way at the company's network of wineries, farms, museums, and the like before reaching their ultimate destination. The dump station directory, I think, will particularly be useful. The new map features expanded viewing areas, larger and more distinct pins, making pins visible when zoomed out, and a simplified navigation system. A big change, though, is that the map is now visible to non-members who might be interested in joining Harvest Host but want confirmation that there are locations in the areas that they want to go. That's a big piece of feedback that I've certainly heard. I'm sure they've heard it a lot as well. Non-members are now able to explore the map and see host profiles. When you become a member, you'll get access to more detailed information on each host and be able to book stays. More in a moment, but first, this episode is sponsored by RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. Get a real mattress for your RV instead of the piece of junk that comes with it. Please, 1/3 of your RV trip is spent lying on the mattress. And if you hate your sleep, you're going to hate your trip as well. RVmattress.com offers hybrid mattresses with springs in them rolled up into a box that can be shipped anywhere in the country from Brooklyn Bedding. They come from their factory in Arizona. They have a 120-night sleep trial. Their products are toxin-free, and you get 25% off for using the code RVMiles at RVmattress.com. It's a deal that can't be beat. Get ready for the camping season this year with a new mattress from RVmattress.com. They've got all kinds of weird RV sizes. If you've got a short queen, a short king, you've got some odd bunk sizes. They've got lots of options for you and several different models in different price ranges. Visit RVmattress.com/RVMiles and use the code RVMiles at checkout. That's RVmattress.com/RVMiles with code RVMiles at checkout. Campground Views, a platform that allows you to see 360-degree tours of campgrounds across the country, has opened up its offerings to offer ad-supported access to its library of virtual campground tours. Previously, you had to be a paid member to see most of them. Campground Views has a collection of 2,326 campground virtual tours now on the website. Some of them you can actually click on the site and reserve it right on the platform. It's a great way to see if your RV is going to fit in a site, whether it's going to be level, how close it is to the bathhouse, and all that sort of good stuff. Find them at campgroundviews.com. The Cedar Rapids Gazette is reporting that the state of Iowa is doing away with state park rangers as part of a recent state agency realignment plan. Park rangers will transition to becoming conservation officers, with each patrolling one or more counties instead of patrolling the individual state parks. State park managers and natural resource technicians will exclusively handle state park operations, allowing the Department of Natural Resources sworn peace officers to focus solely on law enforcement tasks. So essentially pulling law enforcement from state park purview to focus more on things like hunting law enforcement, poaching, illegal dumping, and the like across the state. Iowa currently has 78 park rangers, and layoffs aren't planned, so the state says this isn't a cost-saving measure, even though the state has been undergoing a major restructuring of all its agencies to reduce costs. Recently, the number of cabinet-level government agencies dropped from 37 to 16. Park rangers were evicted from state-provided housing in 2022 due to maintenance costs. Several RV manufacturers, including Keystone, Dutchman, Heartland, and Cruiser RV, and it's definitely going to be more than that as more of these roll out, are recalling thousands of RVs for a problem with overheated circuit boards in suburban cooktops. The LED backlight on the range might fail, causing the board to overheat. A circuit board that overheats increases the risk of fire, especially if there's like oils and grease on the stovetop. I don't always cover recalls on this channel, as they often just affect a few hundred RVs or so, and theoretically you're supposed to be getting notified of a recall if it affects you in the mail. But this one is tens of thousands of 2023 and 2024 RVs. The remedy involves dealers removing the LED backlights or terminating the circuit for the red LED lights. Owner notification letters for most of these won't go out until May. The circuit boards didn't have the correct amount of coating to properly seal the circuit board from contamination, so cooking residues could infiltrate into the board, and liquid from the cooktop surface can accumulate, which could cause a short circuit, resulting in failure of the circuit board. Oliver fiberglass trailers have long been lauded by fans for their quality and excellent customer service at their Tennessee factory. As the company has moved to expand its operations over the past year, it's been building up a dealer network, offering its small, durable travel trailers all across the country. Owners have recently reached out to us, however, with something they consider to be a bit of a gut punch. Oliver will no longer be servicing most issues directly at its Tennessee factory. An email to owners reads in part, Oliver Travel Trailers is excited to have our new dealer partners on board to work with our Oliver owners as we strive to improve your Oliver experience. We will be working directly with our dealers so that you receive the same quality service closer to home. Our customer support team will still be able to assist with any questions and work with you and our dealer partners to get any services you need resolved. As our service team will be working with the dealer's service departments on location, we feel it's prudent to discontinue most service work here at our location in Tennessee. However, we will continue doing major repairs, including fiberglass and aluminum, at our plant facility. At this time, we plan to phase out the service department no later than the end of July, and we are no longer taking on new appointments. One Oliver customer said to us in an email that Oliver's famed customer service is a huge part of their decision to spend close to $100,000 on a trailer. I do understand this a bit, however. If you want to grow an RV company, you got to grow a dealer network. I think if you look at the list, Oliver's been pretty picky about the dealers they've partnered with. Not a lot of big dealership chains on there. And I don't know that we can assume that they won't still stand behind their product pretty well with these dealers, but time will tell. That's it for this RV and camping news roundup. Please let us know your thoughts on this week's stories in the comments below. Hit the like button if you got something out of this video. Subscribe if you want more like this. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.